Welcome to the Inquiry Theory. I'm Micah.
And my name is Ethan.
Yes, welcome to a... Here you go. Here, take that. It's a tangent.
Wait, trading tangents.
Here. No, wait, hang on. No, you
wait.
give me that one.
No.
There you go. Trading Tangents episode. Yeah.
Wait, no, can I have that one?
Oh,
Here,
yeah.
I'll trade you.
Yeah,
Here.
trade tangent.
Here.
There you go. Okay.
That's my
perfect.
tangent. Okay.
Yeah, Trading Tangents. Yeah, so this is...
That was so stupid.
It's great. It's great.
I loved it.
It's great. That's how we're going to start every single one of them. Yep, just something random like that. So if you've listened to the show before, I mean, hey, this is one where we just talk about anything and everything. We don't really care. No topics are picked. We don't have information to present. We are just here to chat, have fun, and sip some whiskey.
And drink whiskey.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
That's keeping that in.
That was the whiskey.
So, today, what is on today's agenda?
We don't know.
Well, I think we do know because we were talking before the mics rolling and the camera was rolling.
Yes, and we said maybe we should save this for the the episode. I was talking about Genghis Khan, whatever.
Yeah.
You know. Genghis is a little easier to say.
The guy from Ninth Museum.
Yeah, the big fat Chinese dude.
Yeah.
He's not Chinese.
Mongolian
dude.
Yeah.
It's just a super interesting topic for me personally. I like ancient history.
Yeah. Ancient history is interesting.
Yeah.
I had a statement that I was about to start, and then Ethan's like, pause, record, boom.
Yeah.
So I'm going to hit what I was saying.
Oh, hit it. I don't remember what we were talking about.
So we were talking about, you said ancient history and talk about Rome and all that stuff. In my opinion, I think Rome is kind of like the start of the modern civilization. Because, you always hear history is written by the victors, right?
Mm-hmm.
You hear that. And when I think of modern history, or really like defining civilizations, I think of Rome to start. I think that I can't, like, anything pre-Rome, I'm kind of like, yeah. I mean, we all know there was stuff before Rome, but like Rome was like the big one, I think.
What about Egyptians?
Like, well, yeah, but they kind of existed in parallel with Rome for certain periods. Like they had a much more ancient civilization leading up to Rome, and Rome kind of existed with, like, from my understanding, I'm not a historian. I don't know these things. I'm just a dude who sometimes listens to podcasts and YouTube videos when I should be sleeping. So,
well, that's probably the majority of the population. So you're in good company, sir.
So, from my understanding, Egypt was like the ancient civilization, and there was like two different Egypts almost. Like, there was the Egypt way back, and then there was the Egypt that was kind of around in the Roman times, and that was like a shadow of what they formerly were.
Yes.
So that's why I think, like, for me, modern starts with Rome.
Okay.
That's one. Not only do I think so with their technology, I mean, Roman concrete, aqueducts, their building, their construction, like all that stuff, like their forms of government, like
the roads,
like all that stuff, I think is starting with them. And here's the thing. I don't even know if they technically were the ones that invented all of that. They since they were so good at conquering, my thought is there's some technology that we attribute to the Romans, or the average person attributes to Romans, that they probably adapted.
That's okay.
Took.
Yeah.
So anyway, James.
I think that was my foot.
Was it?
Yeah. Just pulled the
I thought the cat had a hold of the thing.
That was definitely my foot.
Oh, nice. Okay. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So basically, I think they adapted a lot of stuff, but a lot of their stuff survived to today.
Right.
So in terms of what they built, what they thought, what they wrote, like all that stuff kind of exists today.
Yeah.
So in my head, that's kind of where civilization modern civilization starts. And then also, if you look at what happened with Rome after it collapsed, Rome, like the Holy Roman Catholic Church, like that continued on. So like Rome, realistically, I was watching a YouTube video about this a while back. Rome still existed into like 1000 AD.
Yeah. Well, when Rome fell, the Catholic Church took it over.
Yeah.
Yeah. And tried to like bring it back. Didn't do it. But
basically they were like the what were they? What were they called?
Well, I mean, that's what they're called, Roman Catholics.
Yeah.
Is what.
But there was
to this day,
people were called something, like they called themselves Romans, but everyone else called them something else.
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah, I forget what it was, but
I believe it.
They were basically the kids of all the Romans.
Yeah, everybody's like, you're not Romans anymore.
they're over there. They're over there across the river. Like, yeah, you're Roman. Come and get us then.
Yeah,
you're gonna come conquer us. Yeah, right. You in what army?
With Jesus.
Yeah. The popes are over there like,
I'll show you.
Yeah. I don't remember what they called them or what they were called by the other people, but they called themselves Romans, and they like were, but they weren't. Like, it was a shadow. Basically, how it said that the Egypt was like a shadow of its former civilization.
Oh, yeah.
This was the civilization that was the shadow of the Holy Roman Empire.
Yeah. Did you know that Cleopatra is born closer to the age of the iPhone than she was to the building of the Great Pyramids?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
That's wild.
That's insane. And like Egypt was still a prominent civilization when she was in power. So just think about what that civilization was like when the pyramids were built. You know, like, that'd have been like so much more hardcore. You know,
Someone's
like what the fuck was going on?
Someone's been listening to Graham Hancock.
No, that wasn't. That's Lex Friedman actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I thought you were about to go into a spiel about ancient aliens. Well, that's not Graham Hancock, but yeah.
No, I just thought that was super crazy that like Egypt is that old and that the pyramids were built that long. Like that's
Sphinx.
That's a perspective I hadn't had before. So I just thought it was interesting.
The restructure of the Sphinx, like the face or whatever, it wasn't. They think it was actually a big cat, and then sometime during the Cleopatra age, whatever,
some dude chopped the nose off.
They turned it into a human face, not a
yeah. It was supposed to be. It was a lion, is what they thought it was. Yeah, which makes sense in Africa.
What if they were like, nah, it's actually a giraffe?
Well, y'all did a lot of work.
Yeah.
or the giraffes evolved very quickly. Yeah.
Charles Darwin over
10,000 years ago, giraffes all were just like deer, spotted deer.
Yeah, no, so this is, welcome to, this is our historic trading
welcome
tangents.
To our stupid tangents that we're trading off here.
Yeah, I should have drawn the Colosseum to trade.
But the whole thing that sparked Micah's Roman tangent was my Genghis Khan tangent.
Yeah, back to your tangent. What's up with the Genghis Khan? What was this? Besides playing his role in Night at the Museum, what else was he known for?
Like what everybody knows him for is like raping a bunch of people and killing a bunch of people and stuff. But that's like there's a lot more to him, and this is coming from the same guy that I learned the Cleopatra thing from, was that Lex Friedman guy. He's apparently he's super passionate about Genghis Khan. But it's interesting because he opened up like a lot of trade and stuff within different, or not within, but with different civilizations and stuff. And he brought if you think about it, through conquering a bunch of people, he brought a bunch of people together. In a way that had never been done before, that wasn't possible to do before.
That's one way to put it.
Yeah, well, it is. No,
I know. Like, it's just funny because we said history is written by the victors.
Yeah,
he's over here. The history books with Genghis Khan is like, they're over here like, he's a philanthropist. No. Do you have you seen It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
I've seen it. Yeah.
Charlie's on the date,
and
he was on this date. He did an online dating thing, and he goes. They're like, all right, just say the things on your bio. Say the things on your bio. He's like super nervous with this chick, and he goes, yeah, I'm a full-on rapist. She goes, do you mean philanthropist? He's like, yeah. That's what I said.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm like, that's Genghis Khan over here.
Much,
Genghis Khan's over here like, I'm a philanthropist, and everyone else in the background like, full-on rapist.
But see, that's another point that this dude makes with the full the whole rape thing. Like, that's kind of just like the way the world was.
It was a brutal time.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. That's
not until recently was any bit of history like pleasant.
Exactly. Yeah. Right. That's the point, and that's why. Like, I just thought it was interesting that he's portrayed the way he is. Where I guarantee you, like a lot of the Roman emperors and Alexander the Great did like a lot of the same stuff.
Yeah, it's not Genghis Khan the Great.
Like the Vikings did all the same shit. You know what I mean? Like.
It's not Genghis Khan the Great. It's Alexander the Great, so that's why.
Well, yeah, but
prime example.
I'm just saying, like, and the whole reason that he formed an army and took over Mongolia in the beginning was because somebody stole his wife, and so he had to raise an army to steal his wife back, right? Which is a normal thing apparently at that time. In
raising
Mongolia.
an army?
No, stealing wives.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So anyway, so he had to raise an army, steal his wife back, and then once he took over Mongolia, the first thing he did.
That's a whole new definition to Mr. Steal Your Girl.
That was a good one. But no, once he took over Mongolia before he started conquering the rest of the world, the first thing he did was say,
I'm sorry. My
you guys
head,
can't steal any more wives.
In my head, I'm seeing like it's back in their times, and he's working on a farm, and his wife's like sitting there by the well or something, and some dude rolls up in like a freaking pimped out convertible with Mr. Steal Your Girl playing, and he just and then Genghis Khan looks up from the field, and his wife's like hopping in the convertible. He's like, wait,
Sylvia,
wait,
no.
He's like, I'll show you. I'm going to raise an army. My brain's weird sometimes like that.
Yeah, that was super weird. That was good, though. I like that. But yeah, so like it's, I don't know, it's a love story to begin with. They started to...
That's okay.
I mean...
Ethan's like,
history's written by the leaders. I'm trying to think of the way Genghis Khan would write his own story. I'm just trying to get my wife back.
What have you written about me? And the guy's like, he scratched out all the rape and everything. He was a misunderstood individual who just missed his wife. Yeah, just rips everything in the writing and throws it out. Or Genghis Khan's over here. He's got a whole room of scribes, like the monks and stuff, writing stuff down. And he's like, all right, I need to see all of your guys' biographies of me. And he like looks at the first one. It's like, okay, all right, murder, pillage, rape. Okay, and they just take him out like the dictator, like in The Dictator. He just takes him out. He's like, all right. And scribe number 2 is like starts sweating. He's like, oh, like
rewriting everything.
Yeah. Oh man, that was yeah. Anyway, welcome to my brain.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a gentleman. I'm sure.
Well, yeah. So, but he started free practice of religion. Like within his kingdom, like people could practice whatever religion they wanted. Mm-hmm. He opened up trade. Like if you attacked merchants on the Silk Road, like he would literally like slaughter whoever attacked the merchants. Like not punish, like literally slaughter.
Yeah.
Which is not good. I think we should probably do something better than slaughtering people. But like his heart was in the right place. Like his intentions were good.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
He was like trying to keep open trade within his kingdom and swap ideas and goods and stuff. Which I think is super progressive for that time. I just feel like that his
just misunderstood.
No, I mean he's probably not misunderstood. I'm just saying that he brought a lot of good things to the world without intending.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
He's over here like, man, I'm trying to be the worst person ever.
Like,
and he's
like maybe he just liked raping and killing a bunch of people, but he still brought benefits to modern day society, I think.
Well, so that's an interesting point. I mean, to kind of get a little bit serious on that note, because I mean that is how a lot of society develops, is through unintended consequences.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm sure his intention when he set out to do all these things wasn't like, I'm going to make sure the Silk Road is safe. He probably was like doing his thing and was like, hey, this is really inconvenient. These merchants can't like we're not getting goods from these merchants.
Right, exactly.
So he just went out and just did it, and then it ended up being the free trade. And the whole religion thing, I mean, I don't know the situation.
Well, the free trade thing, he was just smart and realized the benefits of community and everybody being united, you know.
But I mean, so he probably, the whole religion thing probably came about from like I don't know, I can't even say. So, but yeah, like
with an empire as vast as his, he can't force people to bow down to one god.
Yeah, I mean, look what happened to Rome. They tried and they failed
and
miserably.
They failed, right?
Yeah,
so he was just kind of one step ahead of the Romans in that aspect.
Yeah,
but anyways, one example is, since Kiev and Ukraine is kind of a hot spot right now, Kiev was one of the people who killed his what do you call it, emissaries or ambassadors or whatever, and he just completely destroyed Kiev because they like did what he told everybody within his empire not to do. So
interesting.
Yeah,
ancient history.
It's fun stuff.
Yeah. It's an interesting one. I think I like Ancient Aliens a bit more.
Ancient Aliens?
Dude, that show is wild. You know that meme? Have you seen Ancient Aliens at all?
I don't know.
Have you seen the meme where the guy's got the really big hair and he's like, I'm not saying it was aliens, but it was aliens? It's a meme format from like 10 years ago.
No.
Yeah. Carbon date me on that one. Carbon date me by my memes. So he...
Genghis Khan killed so many people it changed the carbon footprint of humanity.
To see that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Anyway, sorry. Enough about that dude. I just think it's fascinating. I think that whole thing is fascinating.
Once again, my brain. It's like, guys, we need to fix the carbon footprint. Modern day liberals on the left. How do we fix the carbon footprint? And guys like, okay.
Genghis Khan's just hey.
No. Some guys over here like, hey, okay, yeah, I know, crazy idea. Maybe I'm a little high, but Genghis Khan. I mean, we gotta reduce the carbon footprint.
He made it.
Yeah, look at that carbon footprint. And the guy's like, write that down. Write that down.
You talk about Trump and how he's getting shit done. You look at Genghis Khan, man, how he got shit done, man.
Oh man,
that's funny.
But yeah, the Ancient Aliens thing, dude. Holy crap, the Ancient Aliens was wild.
Bill Burr's got a bit about that, about reducing the carbon footprint by just killing a bunch of people. Yeah, he said whoever goes on cruises, just all you got to do is sink like a couple cruise ships a year. Like how many thousands of people are on a cruise ship, and it seems like. If somebody, it'd be like the mainstream media vacations, right? It's just like, do what we want you to do, think the way we want you to think, get on this cruise boat and just be a robot, That's what's in my head when I think about cruises, you know what I mean? Like just kind of going with the flow. And I feel like going with the flow, people are the first ones you'd want to kill if you're trying to reduce the carbon footprint of the planet, which is what brought on the cruises in the first place.
Oh my God.
In this conversation.
Ethan's like, let's go back to population control.
Let's go back to raping and pillaging everybody.
Okay, well, we don't have to go back that far. Let's go back to population control. There's one way to do it.
If I were to rape and pillage everybody, the first people I'd be were people who go on cruises.
That's a statement. Just going to let that one sink in.
Cancel me for that.
Yeah, no, cruises
Totally kidding. Like, cruises could be amazing. I've never been on one. I'm just talking shit. Sorry, Mom.
To our one listener. Yeah, I don't know, cruise ships, man.
I just thought that it's like if you listen to the Bill Burr bit about it, it's super funny. It's hilarious. I like that guy though. Anyways,
I don't know if I listened to Bill Burr. I know who
he's got like 4 specials on Netflix, and they're all fucking hilarious. They're all so good. And I think in every one of them, he has some bit about killing off mass numbers of people.
That's not concerning.
It is what it is.
It's like, let's give Bill Burr the nuclear codes.
Yeah, see what he does with them.
No, yeah, I don't really listen to many comedians. Not that much. The only comedian I ever hear much about is like on Kill Tony, whenever they got someone decent.
Yeah, they have to be good. Like, I don't like the comedians who just say the same thing everybody else jokes about. You know what I mean? But
you gotta be unique.
Yeah, but how often do you hear about people thinking about sinking a bunch of cruise ships?
Do you remember the one that sank off it was like 2013 or 2014? It sank off the coast of somewhere.
Poseidon?
What?
Poseidon?
Is that what it was?
No, it's a movie about a sinking cruise ship. Oh, you don't watch movies?
No, I don't watch movies.
Beef ramen.
Yeah, okay. So no, it was like 2013, 2014, and it like sank off the coast because like the captain like gave control over to like the co-captain or whatever, and the dude just didn't know what he was doing.
Oh.
And
if it
happened this year, it would be called a DEI hire.
At the beginning of that, I had Captain Phillips in my head. Oh. You were like, well, and the captain gave over controls to, I am the captain now.
DEI hire. That's what I'm talking about.
Anyways, cancel us for that.
Yeah. So, no, I'm making a joke. I don't know who or what, but they basically, the person, like,
gave over controls
ran
to somebody
into the ground or something, and it, like, people died, and it was like, I was like, everyone's like, I'm never going on a cruise again.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was like 2013. I don't know. It was over in Europe, I think, somewhere. But yeah, it was wild.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, it probably didn't make much of the news. I think I only saw it because I went on a cruise. So
see, that'd be a cruise I would go to. I'd go on a cruise like over to Europe or
those are the ones I'm talking about. Like you'd want to do a European cruise or like the
like
basic,
something that would cost me thousands of dollars to do anyways.
Yeah,
you know, that's
what
you
want to do the one where you go all over Europe with the cruise. That'd be like spend like a day in each place or 2 days in each place, like a 2-week cruise or something.
Like Mediterranean, like go over to like Greece and Italy and Spain and all that. That'd be super cool. Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah.
Making our holiday plans here.
Yeah, but I don't know. That was kind of all I had in my head. My brain's pretty empty right now.
Your brain's pretty empty right now. How? How can it be empty? What?
I'm tired. In case no one can tell.
What about this $5,000 check I'm gonna get?
You're getting $5,000?
Yeah, these DOGE dividends. You haven't heard about that?
What? No.
What?
No.
Okay.
I've heard apparently they want to give money back to people, but I don't know anything about it. I just heard.
Well, I mean, nobody knows anything about it because it's a brand new idea. But the idea is that DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency, is going to take some.
Oh, not the meme coin. Okay.
No,
Doge coin.
Are you being serious? Or?
Yeah, not the Doge. I'm no.
You're making a joke.
Yes.
Okay, that was funny. Well,
not the Doge coin. Doge.
I was concerned. That was funny. Okay.
Was it though?
It was.
Okay.
If it was an actual joke, that was funny.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that you were actually joking.
Yeah. Okay. You'll never know.
He wasn't joking. But yeah, no. That they're going to take 20% of what they've saved and give it back to like American households at the value of $5,000 per household.
But like, how are they? Have they said how they're going to give it back yet? Like
no,
a tax
like
cut
it's
or tax break,
like a dividend, like a check.
Really, like a stimulus check?
Yeah. Which exactly. So
I'd rather be a tax cut, honestly.
Well, it's literally a brand new idea, and that's what a lot of people are talking about and arguing about right now.
Tax cut is much more better than just giving people $5,000.
Giving people money, right? Yeah. I agree.
Like we all remember those stimmy checks from COVID. That, my God, people were like crack addicts to get more stimulus checks.
Dude, what's crazy?
So, like I remember everyone was checking, like, and me too. We were all checking, like, do I qualify? Do I qualify? Am I getting money?
Yeah. So what's funny about that is I was right out of prison when like that hit. Like I was only a couple of years out of prison, right? So I hadn't got all my stuff in order, and the IRS didn't know if I was really who I was because I hadn't filed for like 3 years, right? So I had to, anyways, I couldn't file my taxes for like a couple years, and the stimulus checks got lost during that time, right? So after all that was already over, like I finally got all my stuff sorted out, and so I got like all 3 checks at once,
dang.
like from the IRS, and they're like, oh, well, you didn't get this, so here you go. Yeah.
Oh, nice. I figured it would have been like, you didn't get this.
No, they gave it to me. Yeah. They're like, well, it's all over, but you can still have the money. It was pretty cool. But I thought that was interesting. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if it depends on how they implement it. If they do 5,000 checks, no. If they do tax breaks, yeah, I'd prefer that because it's just, I don't want to be that person, but like, there's a large section of our population, just average people, that cannot
handle $5,000.
No, they cannot handle money.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Like if they have
my
money,
girlfriend's one of them.
Well, like you give them $5,000 and they're like, oh boy, and they go like buy like a $20,000 car with $5,000 down payment, and then they're like, wait, I gotta pay the rest of this?
Yeah, like wait,
what?
No, you said I could drive this off the lot today.
Yeah.
What happened?
It gets repoed within a month.
Yeah.
Like no. So basically, what I'm saying is like, I think it'd be bad for the economy to just drop $5,000. And this is where I try to show people I don't like to play the party line game. I don't like to support stuff because it's a certain party.
Mm-hmm.
Like if if Trump's going to just give people $5,000 stimulus checks, I am going to call him out on that. If it was the Biden administration previously that did it, I would call them out on it. Like, I don't think that's a smart idea. That being said, Trump never ran on that, so that's different. Biden ran on forgiving student loans. And then when he won and he's like, sorry, can't forgive student loans, I'm like, so basically a large section of the population that only voted for you because of student loans just got screwed.
right. Like, yeah.
So I will say, we'll give Trump credit. He did not run on giving people $5,000. So.
Well, that's not even Trump's idea.
Okay.
Yeah. So like, no, it wasn't even Elon Musk's idea. I forget who brought it to either of their attentions, but it was brought to Elon's attention. He said, "I'll run it by Trump," all this stuff. So anyway, it's like not set in stone at all. It's just an idea that's floating around, and your argument is one of the biggest arguments that I think is going around about it right now.
So
anyways, so right. So
how to
like a lot of people are arguing, well, like the whole purpose of this is to like reduce the size of our debt and start to pay back our debt. So don't you think
all of it towards the debt,
the entire thing should be put towards the debt, and in turn would go back into the pockets of American citizens, right? Might not be in the form of like a $5,000 check, but it would be in the form of like lower interest rates for mortgages, lower interest rates for cars, blah, 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 student loans, all that stuff. So anyways, I just thought it was interesting that was even a topic of conversation. So
I wonder if they could, yeah, there's a lot they could do with that I think would be more efficient than just giving $5,000 out, but
right.
We'll see. We'll see what they do with that. So,
but then again, do we just want to give the money back to the government that wasted it in the first place?
True. True. Yeah. Man, that U.S.
If they're just gonna send it back to fucking Peru for some transgender play, I'd rather have $5,000. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. Unfortunately. Oh man, the whole USAID stuff going on right now. I'm not even gonna start on that because that's a whole.
That's what the topic was that you want to talk about.
USAID?
Yes, that was it.
What did I want to talk about?
I don't remember, but I know that's 100% what the topic was. Because you were going off about it.
So. Oh, now I remember. Yeah. So the media coverage of USAID, what's going on? So basically, the left is freaking out and saying that they're slashing and destroying all these government programs and all that, and it's like the ones they're naming, it's like it's either some very obscure government program that's like very clearly a money laundering scheme, that's my opinion, or B, it's like
educated opinion.
I'll just call it an opinion. I don't think I'm that educated, but
okay, maybe not educated, but a critically thought opinion.
Somewhat. But the other one is, I think it's also like these organizations where I'm blanking on. I can't remember the name. It was some sort of. It's one that was like, okay, it probably serves a purpose. It was actual U.S. based one. It probably serves a purpose, but it was essentially like 8,000 employees, and they're cutting like 500. And the left was like, oh my god, they're just destroying all these programs and all stuff. And I'm like, I think 500 jobs out of 8,000 is probably not going to destroy whatever that is. Because look back at COVID, like middle of COVID, you had like how many?
Well, they're probably firing the Kevins of that.
Yeah, from the office. Yeah, I mean, okay, James, can we come out from behind the cameras? Come on, buddy.
His tail's about to go in front of mine. Oh, he's moving yours.
Yeah, he's gonna. No, James, no, don't do it. Okay, there we go. I think we got.
He moved mine a little bit. I think I'm gonna have to lean over this way a little bit.
I'll readjust. There we go.
All right.
All right, James. Hi, James. Say hi.
Look at how cute he is, and look at how mad he looks. Show his face to the camera. Yeah.
He's not mad though. He's the sweetest cat.
Yeah, he looks mad. He's really not.
Anyway,
until he paws your face off.
No. But no, he James. I'm still talking about James. No. But for example, whatever the program was, it's like I'm sure you could find the 500 jobs probably don't need to exist. Like okay. To the audience out there, let me know if you think if there's been a managerial bloat, so to speak, if management positions have just gone crazy. There's a manager for this and this and this and this. It's like you got like 5 managers that, I don't know, 20 years ago would have been 2 managers. Like, it seems like they've like really expanded the managerial bracket of jobs.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And not just government. I'm talking like in general.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not surprised if they found one and go, there's 500 of you that don't need to exist. Like your job doesn't need to be here. So bye.
Yeah.
So yes, that one was maybe. I mean, okay, maybe I can see that. But the other one was. I just had it. It was like what job was it? Because during COVID, during COVID, they had all these people who started working from home, and I saw so many of these freaking videos of people posting like, "Here's my daily routine. I'm working at Google as a whatever rep. I'm customer service high up something like management or something," and like they show their day and they're like, wake up at 9 a.m. and get my breakfast at this location and then go to a meeting and then sit by the pool and then go to another meeting and they're working on a laptop and doing this stuff, and I'm like, yeah, you probably don't. That job probably doesn't need to be there.
No, 100% no. Like even like in the company that I work for, it's a multi-billion-dollar company, and I'm in the operations aspect of it. But there's people like that work for the corporate office that I guarantee you do not pull or do not do the work that they're paid to do, or like that the work doesn't even need to be done.
There's so much bloat in that. So for people complaining about the U.S. aid and like gutting these government agencies and all this stuff, I'm like, okay, let's be honest. You can't sit there and say that every single one of those jobs needs to be there. Just you that is a bad faith argument if you sit there and say, yeah, we need every single one of these jobs. I think it's worth looking at and investigating to see if we need to really break down what they do. Looks like James has chosen you.
He has chosen. I think he chose the floor and he's just using me as a stair.
Yeah, he's trying to get there. But anyway, so like, I don't know. I think it's a bad faith argument if you're going to sit there and be like, we need all these jobs. I can't believe they're cutting these jobs. Every single job should be under scrutiny right now with how much he is just.
Well, I just didn't want his butt in the camera.
Yeah, he's fluffy. Anyway, so that's kind of my spiel. I'm just not a fan of like the blanket statement of they need to stop doing this. We need all these jobs. They're what was it called? Essential jobs or something during COVID. They're like, these are all essential tasks or something.
Yeah. No, they're not.
It's like, no. I
guarantee you could, this day and age, you could get AI to do 50% of the work that these people are doing, which I'm not saying we should need to, like, I'm super scared of that. Like, we don't need to start replacing everybody's jobs with computers. Like, the point is, like, it's not that big a deal. You know what I mean? If you're trying to save money, which, like, based on what I've heard this country needs to do, it's probably not a bad thing to trim some of the fat. You know, and 500 jobs at 8,000 is not a bad place to start. You know?
And it's not gutting anything.
Right.
Now, I'm sure there are agencies that are getting gutted by this.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I'm hopeful for what's going on, but I'm not blindly optimistic.
Mm-hmm.
I am well aware that pendulums tend to overcorrect. So I think we were so far in one direction, and I think what we're seeing is
a good band.
Is an over what?
One Direction. They're actually not good.
I forgot that was a thing. Man, imagine explaining to our kids boy bands again. God. Anyway, so like it was so far, and it's now swinging. Back. It's swinging back, and I think they're going to overcorrect with what they're doing. I think some things that are good are going to be cut, unfortunately, but I don't see how that doesn't happen right now, because we're so focused on the government overspending that we're going to be treating everything way too critically. We're going to be I mean, what I mean by that is I think we're going to see them cut too much, and then they're going to have to correct. Is what I think is going to happen.
Well, that's fine. I feel like that has to happen though in order for us to get
I'm not saying it shouldn't happen. I'm just saying I think that's what's going to happen.
Oh, it's what is happening.
Yeah, I think we're going to see too much cutting, and then going, oh crap, we cut too much, and then come back with it. Now, whether it's good, bad, I'm not. It's not my position to say that's good or bad. I'm not here to be the moral authority on that. But I think that's what's going to happen. What I don't think is happening is I'm not one of those people who sits there and goes, they're doing this because they're trying to make themselves richer, like the billionaires richer. I don't know. There's so many things going on right now that I don't even pay attention to.
Well, that's one of the Democrats' main argument versus what Elon Musk is doing right now is that he's out to serve his own interests. He's lining his pockets and everything, which he could be doing. I don't know, but I don't really feel like that's based on what I know about Elon Musk. Like he's a big picture dude, like fucking trying to colonize Mars type stuff. Like I don't really think he's worried about lining his pockets with a couple more $1 billion.
So yeah, I have two things I want to say about that whole like people and Elon Musk and what they think he's doing. One, I'd have to know exactly what he does as the owner and CEO or whatever of whatever the correct term is of all his companies.
Mm-hmm.
How much input does he actually have?
Right.
Because I always see Republicans and the right going, look at this amazing stuff that Elon Musk has done and created. And it's like, okay, how much did he actually create though? Did he, like, I'm not saying he didn't work hard and do good work, but like, how much input does he have now?
Right.
Because that's important to what's going on right now. Because I would argue if he plays a big role in these companies, I don't know, if he does, then he's losing money right now not doing that. Like, he's losing money not running his companies.
Right.
That's how I see it. I mean, maybe the stocks technically aren't dropping or whatever the metric you want to use to measure if they're losing money. But like, I mean, he's objectively, he's not adding input to to if he's busy doing this.
So he might not be losing money with those companies, but he's not giving the full attention to them that he could be.
Yes.
Because he's giving his attention to something else.
Yeah. So that's why I don't think that, I think the argument of it now, if there's no corruption going on, he's not getting kickbacks and all this stuff. If he's shooting straight from the hip, like he's being a good Samaritan doing this. I'm not naive enough to think that everything in the world, is good Samaritan, whatever. If that's the case, then yes, I don't think he's making any money off this. That being said, I don't know. It also depends on the role he plays in his companies, but I definitely think is trying to fix something though.
Yeah. So my whole view with Elon Musk is, and I feel like it's a pretty well thought out, objective, like critically thought idea of a person, is that this dude has built multiple like billion-dollar companies, right? He's got Tesla, he's got SpaceX, he's got that Starlink thing. Like, this dude has built multiple groundbreaking companies who are at the forefront of the technology, in which that they operate. Like, I don't know, like that he's a smart dude, right? He's a genius. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing that he's trying to help the country save money, Like, I don't think he's the villain that a lot of people are trying to portray him to be.
It's certainly not the same. I
just don't see why that would be
Mark Zuckerberg.
It just doesn't follow suit.
Yeah,
like it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, he at least he's been
like, I'd rather have him doing that for us than somebody else.
Yeah, I'd rather have someone outside the government auditing and doing this than the government auditing and doing this.
Right.
Like I'm sorry. You're telling me the government went through its books and it goes, let's see here. Okay, we're actually underpaying ourselves here. We're actually not collecting enough taxes here. I don't want the government to audit itself. That's not going to be.
That doesn't make sense.
It's not productive.
Right.
It's conflict of interest.
Yep.
What I want is someone outside to come in and be like, hey, what's going on here? So,
yeah,
I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's still room for corruption. Like, there's always room for corruption.
Yeah.
But I'm going to need more than someone going, he's a billionaire and he's got the ear of the president. I don't know. Nobody actually knows what's going on there. You're just speculating. You're either mad or you're upset or you're a fanboy and you think they're doing the Lord's work. They're like, good. Like both sides of this are ridiculous. Yep. I think we need to take a step back, go, okay, we don't know the situation yet. We're still in the middle of this. What is going on? What's happening? And then as they're doing these things, evaluate each one separately and individually. Don't sit there and go, he's corrupt and doing this, or, oh, he's not corrupt and he's saving this country. Like both sides need to chill.
Yeah.
And just see what happens and try to look at it as objectively as possible.
Yeah. Well, and I think it's super important also when you're like thinking about these like world leaders and super like successful billionaires and stuff, you got to remember that they're still people. You know what I mean? Like, you got to remember that they still think and do things very similar to the way that, like, a homeless person does. You know what I mean? Like, they're still humans, is my point. You know what I mean? Okay. Like, they still have a lot of the same...
No, I thought you were about to get in here about how they
crank
should spin
the turbines.
Yeah.
No, but I still think that's a genius idea.
Yeah.
But my point is, like... It's important to know the kind of person that they are. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think anything in history has shown us that Elon Musk is a bad person. You know what I mean? Like the nothing that I've remembered hearing or reading or anything that's happened.
Anything that you can give merit to.
Right.
I mean, there's always allegations. There's always he said, she said, or there's always something that they say a claim went on. But I have not seen a video or heard a recording or done whatever.
My point is, like, it seems like he's a pretty credible person, right? He's created a lot of brilliant technology. He's created a lot of jobs. You know, he's like, so I think he's doing more good for us than he is bad. You know, and I think it's just important for people to like realize who the person is versus like what their agendas are. You know,
what they were told by the media to think.
There you go. Yeah, exactly.
Tie into our media episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So. Anyway, well, this has been an interesting Trading Tangents. We went from, ancient Rome to Elon Musk. How did we get there?
Did you know that Genghis Khan killed so many people in, like, one area that he made a mountain out of their bones? And, like, people coming to it at a distance thought it was, like, literally a snow-covered mountain. And they got closer, and they're like, well, where is everybody? And it was, like, a giant pile of bones instead of a mountain that they thought from miles and miles away.
I'm going to need to fact check that.
No, do it. It's a true story.
True story. I was there.
Google that shit.
Anyway, so, yeah. I think that's a good place to end it, though. Wrapping up on Elon Musk.
A giant mountain of bones.
Yeah, giant mountain of bones. Yeah, so thank you for listening, for sticking with us through Trading Tangents. You know, as you saw, this is kind of all over the place. Instead
of making a giant pyramid, Genghis Khan made a giant pyramid of bones. Human bones.
How did they make those? Aliens made those pyramids. This ain't alien made, it's Genghis Khan made.
Genghis Khan's like, saw the pyramid, he's like, oh, I'll show you.
Yeah.
That's fucked.
Jeez. Yeah, we can end it there. Thank you for listening. Subscribe, share, do the things. Follow us on the social medias. Check out our website. We have one of those.
Oh, we do have a website now.
Hopefully, by the time of posting this, I've stopped being lazy and finished it. You'll get to call me out if I haven't. Comment what these tangents were. Comment your favorite tangent we took. If you agree with it, if you disagree with it, any of them. Share your opinion. We love to hear opinions. And
let me know some good cruise ideas.
Yeah. Let's get Ethan on a cruise here, so that way we can sink it.
Be doing the world a favor.
All right. Catch you next time.
Yep. Bye, Mom.